2000s, the personal computers became smaller. Okay, so you could get most of the laboratories, you are getting computers. Okay, then LISs became now uh, more conducive, okay, because you could get LISs with quality control, billing, they are interfaced with the analyzers, okay. The interfacing protocols were standardized for communication, also for communication with other systems like hospital management systems, okay. Then we could get now issues to do with cloud-based LISs, okay. So what was happening in this era of 1982? You could see now rule-based systems, like most of the LIMS systems, they are rule-based. Maybe you can have a place whereby you can't, you are having a verification, okay? If I enter a slide, or if I enter a value, okay, and then it will tell you to recheck that value you enter again, so that you are putting in the correct values, okay. Then cell counting, okay, and digital pathology started getting in, okay. And then so these systems were just proving that a concept, okay, these things can be able to work. So like in cytology. Then from 2000s to 2010s, we started getting now the issues with next generation sequencing and digital pathology, because now these data, we were able to have this particular data. So, and it became so big that uh, not on as human beings, we might not be able to synthesize all these data and be able to give a report from it. So we have now cloud systems for storage, okay, and also lab information systems and middlewares, whereby if it's running, a machine is running, the controls have not passed, you will realize that this middleware will stop the transmission, okay. Then machine learning tools were being enabled with bioinformatics gaining popularity a lot. And also like in pathology, in cytology, the cells are taking on the cells. Now, so where are we now in these 2000 to 2010s? Okay, we are getting a lot of machine learnings in genomics, okay, for detection of variants, okay, and issues to do with gene expression. Then we are getting now computer vision, whereby you are able to identify tumor, cancerous cells, okay. Then also now middlewares, what are we having? We're having rules for auto verification, okay, whereby if your controls have passed, so these systems can be able to auto verify your results, okay. Then basically, what do we have now? We get integration of all the systems, okay, in our laboratories currently, okay. And moving forward, what are we having? We are having a lot, basically most of the systems currently, like the information management systems for labs, all of them, they are moved from being server-based, that is being stored somewhere in a physical server in a lab, okay. Now they are mostly cloud-based, okay. Then we are having a lot of people sharing their APIs, so that all these systems can be able to work appropriately. So you will get somebody with a very powerful lab information management system, okay, and also they have another very powerful tool for billing, okay. So all these things, so that they can interoperate, okay. Uh, all of them, so that they can be interoperable. You are getting now, there is a lot of sharing of this information with these particular systems. Then we are having the Internet of Things, okay. or sensors being embedded in a laboratory, being embedded in our laboratories, okay, and in our devices for quality control purposes, so that if it's maintenance that you are doing, you can see that analyzers currently can be able to sense for you, like tell you, and the scheduled maintenance that has not been done. It will automatically give you an alert. Okay, then we are having issues to do with cybersecurity, which is very key, especially when you're having your lab information management system, which are cloud-based. You have to ensure that your systems are cyber secure, because these, whatever you're handling is patient data that you need to secure completely. Okay, so what are we having? We are now having deep learning in our pathology laboratories. Okay, then also we are getting natural language processing, for which extracts now insights from clinical notes. Okay, if you are having a system which has a clinical site, okay, even from previous reports, you can see reports are being trended. Okay, and you can be able to predict. Okay, you can be able to see, like, if you are monitoring for issues to do with maybe you are monitoring for renal failure, you are able to see if the treatment is working appropriately. Then we're having predictive analytics, okay, for risk of diseases, depending on the number of analytes that you'll be having. Okay, so, and also issues to do with predictive like maintenance of equipment. Okay, and then where are we going to? We are now moving to issues to do with precision medicine, which is being focused now on you as a person, uh, as a unique person. Okay, and your clinical data, which will now give you now targeted therapy for you as maybe you as Arnold on your own. So, what is now powering artificial intelligence in our laboratories? Okay, so basically what we are having is, currently we are having structured data. So we're having structured data from our lab information systems, next generation sequencing on electronic health records. Okay, then we're having IT data availability. Okay, where we are able to store it appropriately, because, and also in a speedy manner, and also it is standardized because of how we are collecting this particular information. Then we are having what? Predictive routing, and also QC, and also inventories. Okay, and then we are having middlewares, okay, and lab information systems to now assist us in embedding the intelligence. So just a brief of what we have been talking about. So we had the foundations, whereby we had manual testing and records, okay, and also we had IT infrastructure, whereby we had the lab information systems, automation of analyzers, and also creation of databases. We have now data layers, whereby we are getting a lot of data in genomics, in pathology, and also in patient data, since we have the LISs. Then we are also having now connectivity because of cloud computing, okay, and also APIs. So we are able to get a lot of information. Then we come now to the intelligence layer, whereby we will use now artificial intelligence, analytics, data analytics, and also decision support systems to do issues to do with rule-based. Okay, now the key challenges currently we are facing as laboratories. Yes, yes. Okay. The key challenges we are facing as medical laboratories, especially in Kenya, uh, is we are having a lot of what we call data silos. Okay, there is a lot of fragmentation of data. Maybe we are putting it maybe in files. We've not completely transitioned to digital systems. Okay, also we are getting a lot of poor quality, poor data quality, whereby you are getting, because of manual systems, a lot of people maybe will not be filling in the forms the way it's supposed to be. So you will find that you have 5 columns and someone will only fill the first column. So this data may not be good for training artificial intelligence systems. Okay. Then we are having manual workflows, okay, which will slow AI readiness, okay, because of lack of integration. Then scalability issues, whereby not everybody has gone to cloud computing. So you might there will be a lot of issues in scaling these data, okay, and training our artificial intelligence systems. So what do we need to do? Okay, and the thing is, we need to have information management systems, because what will information management system assist us with? Okay, so we will have centralized data, okay, for limbs. Okay, once you have your data, it is centralized. If you're having one lab, if you're having 15 labs, uh, if you are getting all these information into one place, it will be very good for us, because we have now good data. Okay, and also built-in validation of data, whereby you can't be able to save something until you've completed filling in all the requirements. Maybe if it's like mandatory, if you are getting the age, the gender, and other clinical details, for maybe if it's a person who is who is being monitored for tumor markers. Okay, then integration of equipment, whereby your equipments are able to transmit the information directly to your information management system. Then we can now have cloud storage, which will ensure that you are able to scale whatever data that you are having. And then issues to do with compliance. Okay, so all electronic records and signatures, and also getting the audit logs if you want to verify something later. So how do we prepare for this and beyond? What we need to do is we need to adopt and modernize, and we get now there are modern move from the legacy ones, we come to modern lab information management system. Okay, then we need also to come and verify and clean and standardize our historical lab data, so that we ensure that we are giving precise information. Okay, then we need to automate our instrument to limbs data flow, which is basically having interfaces, so that we can reduce issues to do with errors that you might feed into the lab information management system data that you have. Okay, then you have a scalable IT infrastructure. Ensure that when investing currently, you need to have you do an investment on information management system that will be able to store good data for you. Okay, train artificial our artificial intelligence in the medical laboratories. Then regular audits always, so that you can ensure that your data is of good quality, because anytime if you train an artificial intelligence system with the wrong data, definitely it will give you the wrong information. So our roadmap is what do we do and in the stages. Okay, so paper-based, if you are in the paper-based and also isolated digital systems, you need to scale up and get, basically, if you can get a basic LIS, okay, and you get integration of your analyzers. Okay, so then if you are working maybe in a hospital or in a group of facilities, okay, you get connected to a lab information management system together with your electronic health records and also your middlewares. Okay, and then you can move now to the next step of scalable cloud-enabled data infrastructure, And then we can start thinking about now how we are going to have AI-enabled lab operations for both predictive analysis, okay, intelligent systems, and also real time. So what are we having? We have as Cascade, we have Zendo LIMS, okay, which is a module for a lab information management system, okay, has issues to do with patient admission, resource validation, getting you clinical reports, having scheduling you for appointments, managing your reference laboratories, has smart rules on whatever it is that you will need to for it to QC for you. Okay, gives you multimedias. You can get videos, you can get pictures. Okay, has a quality control module, manages your quotations. Okay, has worksheets. So all these, you don't need to have manual worksheets. You can have it electronically. Okay, has online communications with your users. Okay, if you are communicating to your colleague, you are doing handover, you can do handover online. Okay, a task supervisor, very good dashboards. Then also issues to do with data mining, invoicing, managing your warehouse where you keep your reagents, basically as state start modules, as blood, as a what, hmm, banking, okay, for your samples, if it's histology, if it's blood samples, if you want samples to store them for research for later, you has that scale limited. Then, so summary and takeaways. What do we take away from here? So we need what? We need digital maturity as a prerequisite for our AI integration. We need to digitize, that is, we need to digitize all our contents, okay? So that we can be able to start thinking of how to integrate our how to ensure that our laboratories are integrated with AI. Then we need to clean, connect, and scale systems, okay? We need clean data, okay? Then we need to appreciate that lab information management system is basically, we need it's the foundation for us to be able to transform our lab data. Okay, then we can now go to uh, artificial intelligence to make our decisions. Okay, and also all our automations to be intelligent. So with this, we had several queries and from all the participants who have registered, and very interesting data that we've seen. That is from like an hour ago. So we can see here uh, what are we having. Okay, like from 51% of the respondents, okay, are having fully integrated lab information management system, which is good. Okay, so in your laboratory and in your digital maturity, okay, if you are having this, you are now getting to the next level of information management system. Then how do most of the people handle results? Okay, most of the people, you can see here, 46% are having automatically through a lab information management system, which is very encouraging. Then now this one also it's a very we're having 32% of people are can be able to give out reports remotely, which is very encouraging. But we need to move now to the green area whereby uh, people are able to access report for staff and also for clinician, okay, because all these reports needs to be accessed by basically it's for the patients. And then training on digitization, we need to improve on our training on digitization, automation, and artificial intelligence for our laboratories. We need to incorporate it more because we need, this is where we are supposed to be moving. And then this one will come with basically with the trainings. You can see there is limited understanding on issues of data interoperability and also between lab instruments and digital systems. We, as laboratory professionals, we need to understand data interoperability between our equipment and our digital systems that we are having. Then on the level of automation that exists in our laboratories, we are seeing, yes, there are some 45% of the people have said that they are having some automated analyzers. It is very important when we are moving now to digitization, we get more automated analyzers that will be able to get integrated into our digital systems that are coming up. So challenge that we are having mostly, you can see the biggest challenge here is integration of our systems. Okay, our analyzers with our systems is a big challenge. So and as we get more knowledge, many people get more knowledgeable, I believe we will be able to move to ensure that all our systems are adequately integrated. So we asked how is maintenance of data for automated equipment tracked. So here you can see most of our maintenance is being done by paper logs, okay? And when we're having digital systems, it's very hard to convert these paper logs into digital format. So what do? We need to get our systems more digital. We move from issues to do with the paper systems. Then, so which AI applications are you familiar with in lab diagnostics? Okay, so you can see a lot of people, as I 70%, are not aware of the AI applications that are there in the medical laboratories, and that is why we need more training and on issues to do with digitization, automation, and artificial intelligence, because these applications, we are the ones who will be developing them moving forward, okay? And they will only make our work better and easier, okay? So a lot of people, that is around almost 50%, believe that lack of awareness is the biggest barrier to adoption of AI in the laboratories, which is actually, I believe it's actually a true representation of what we are having currently. So with those, so now in the discussion and Q&A, are our labs digitally mature? Okay, we need to ask ourselves whether our laboratories are digitally mature, and okay, where are the gaps in AI readiness for your laboratory? This one you need to ask yourself, okay? And also in that journey towards artificial intelligence, what investments are key and important to you and your laboratory, okay? So these are some of the references where we got all this information. And so thank you very much for your time. Thank you, Beda. Hello, Beda.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Arnold. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening to the training. So now we're gonna have to ask some questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to type them in your chat box, and also you're allowed to give your views and whatever you think about AI in our labs. So, Mr. Arnold, we have some questions from the participants. I'm going to be reading them to you so that you're able to provide them with your answers and also your views. The first question: what are some of the challenges or gap that can be solved by AI solutions in the current labs?
Mhm. Okay. So, some of the challenges that we can solve, basically, issues to do with quality control in our laboratories. Quality control is key to ensuring that we give you valid results. So, with artificial intelligence, we are able, good systems can be able to flag for you uh, where trends are moving towards issues that maybe if you combine what maintenance of your equipment, how you are managing your reagents, their onboard stability, okay, and your trending of your results, okay. So you are getting some analyzers are able to show you the moving averages for your local community that you are having, okay. So with these kind of intelligence systems, you are able to see if my system is failing or it is whether your system is failing or it is coming close to crashing, okay. So that you are able to make a decision early enough, okay, that will not tamper with the clinicians, with the with the reports for patients.
Okay, thank you so much. The next question: kindly elaborate on AI in application specialist role, machine learning, and etc.
Mhm. Okay, okay. In hmm, I I hope I will answer this appropriately. Uh, Let me try to get this clearly. So, is it AI in terms of like replacing the application specialists, or how is it? Now, in this discussion, I think application specialists will still be very key because they'll be the ones who will be training the AI systems, okay, into getting uh, things right in terms of what is expected from the laboratories. But then these are application specialists. We have to be able to get a lot of information from them so that we can be able to train our artificial intelligence systems appropriately. Okay, so that these now all these can be able to learn appropriately. So it's not that uh, the work will go. No, actually the work will be more because we will need more data so that these systems can be as human as possible for us.
Thank you so much. I hope the question has been answered. So I also have another question. You have mentioned Zendo as a LIMS system. What does the system have to offer in terms of AI readiness?
Okay. Now, in terms of AI readiness, what Zendo offers is you are now able to get a lot of data. That is basically data for your patient for precision medicine. Sorry. Sorry. Data
Sorry.
for your lab information. You are able to get now data. If it's your suppliers, you're able to get data from your suppliers and the supply, how the supply is moving. Something like Zendo will might be able to manage lots for you for your reagents, okay, and the changes for your reagents.
Mr. Arnold, we can't hear you.
It also has now issues to do with the quality control. So for every test that you are running,
Millicent. Mr.
Aldrin, maybe there's
Arnold,
a network challenge.
we can't really hear you. But in the meantime, as he's trying to get back to the network, I'm going to answer this question. Can the CPD points be auto-reported to KMLTTB? So we do auto-report the CPD points. Don't worry about it. I would also love to encourage participants that next time during registration, kindly verify your details before keying them in so that we don't have errors when uploading your names and details. In the meantime, I'm going to be taking feedback and views from the participants and also what you think about AI in the lab as you are waiting for Mr. Arnold to come back. So kindly, if you want to say something, please feel free to raise your hand and give your views.
Veda, you can hear me now?
Hello.
Veda, you can
Yes,
hear me?
Yes,
yes,
I'm
I
asking.
can. I
Oh,
can hear you. I
okay.
can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Daniel, just give me a minute. I will be letting you in to ask your question. So, Mr.
Uh-huh.
Arnold, you disappeared when you were answering this question. Maybe you'll want to
Mhm.
summarize it up. You have mentioned
Yes.
Zendo as as LMIS system. What does the system have
Mhm.
to offer in terms of AI readiness?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yes.
So just to summarize it, okay, what Zendo has done, okay, it has given you the platform that if it's issues to do with your reagents management, if it's issues to do with your patient management, if it's issues to do with the quality control data, if it's issues to do with instrument maintenances, if it's issues to do with where you record your results, okay, issues to do with your reports, issues to do with the trending of your reports, so that you can be able to have a more precise information or regarding a certain patient, so you are able to have all that history for the patient. Okay, so that is what Zendo has done. You're able to digitize all your content, so you will have good data to be able to make decisions. Okay.
Okay. Another question. Thank you so much. Another question is, how good will clinical decision be based on data from all over the world, not basing on prevailing conditions of particular region be trusted?
Mm-hmm. So you are in this basically your artificial intelligence system will be as good as the people who have trained it. Okay. Now, that is why when we're mentioning, we need to have very clean and verified data, okay, to be able to now be making these clinical decisions, so that we can be able to make decisions faster. Basically, what artificial intelligence will do is make you make decisions faster for your system, okay, and also foolproof you in terms of whatever it is that you are doing, okay. So and what will happen is a lot of people, what will be happening is a lot of people will be more now on the clinical side, okay, not doing a lot of the manual work that we do a lot, okay. So and basically I believe these will only get better. The clinical decisions will only get better. Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Arnold. I have
Mhm.
a participant who I think has a question and they are raising their hand. So I'm going to allow them to be able to ask their question freely.
Okay.
You can go ahead and ask your question. The participant raising their hand, you can now ask your question. In the meantime, I think they are unable to, I think they're having network issues. In the meantime, someone is asking, will we get a recorded version of this? Yes, we will definitely send them to your email. Just email us on our email, reallabdiagnosticlab@gmail.com. and we will get back to you with the recorded version of this. So, Mr. Arnold, in the meantime, maybe you can give us a closing speech on the topic of today, and maybe give us your last words in regards of today's training.
Okay. Okay, better. So so my closing remarks, first of all, is just to thank everybody who has attended this session. Okay, and we need to go back and ask ourselves: Are we what is it that we want with our laboratory? First of all, we need to be able to collect the appropriate data, clean data. So we need to ensure that we are having systems that are able to collect good and clean data. Okay, and then we can now start now thinking on the solutions that we will get from these the solutions that we will get from uh, issues to do with artificial intelligence. And like in Kenya, we are in a good platform whereby we are having now the Kenya, there is a strategic plan for artificial intelligence for Kenya, that is up to from 2025 to 2030. I will really request all of us who are interested in this field to look at how we can be able to basically fit into the strategic plan for this country on issues to do with artificial intelligence, because that is where we are moving, and we have a lot of work to do in terms of artificial intelligence in the labs. So all of us, I would just like to challenge each and every one of us to move in this direction of artificial intelligence in our laboratories through digitization first of our systems. So thank you very much for this chance to discuss on issues to do with artificial intelligence in medical laboratories. Back to you, Veda.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Arnold, for your closing remarks. Thank you so much to everyone who joined us this evening for such an insightful training on exploring digital maturity and AI integration in medical labs. So maybe before closing this, I'm seeing someone has a question. Just go ahead and ask.
Hello, Veda. I saw someone
Hello.
ask, what does I saw somebody ask, how does this AI operate?
Okay.
That the question was already answered, but Arnold, you can just go on it again.
So how does Carol?
Carol, come up again with the question.
I saw a question that popped up. Somebody just asked, how does this AI operate? So like just maybe they missed out on something that needs to be
Okay.
to make understand how it works.
Yes. So as mentioned in the presentation, so what are we having? We need we are having a lot of data within us and within the laboratory sector, and we need to make more decisions that are very fast. Okay.